Your nav menu is where all of your main page titles display and is how your visitor will navigate around your website. To edit your nav menu, go to My Websites, Customize Design, Navigation menu, and click on Manage Nav Items. Here you can see a list of all the links currently displaying in your navigation menu. The first point we're going to cover is how to add a placeholder to your navigation menu. A placeholder is used if, for example, you want to add a drop-down menu, but you don't want the title displaying in the navigation menu to actually go anywhere. To create a placeholder, click on the link Add a link to a URL, then click Link to a URL. The first thing we need to do is to give our placeholder a title, for example, portfolio. Now, because we want the word portfolios to just be a placeholder and not actually take the visitor anywhere else, we're going to leave the URL box blank. Click Save Nav Item. To return to editing your placeholder, click on Review and edit the nav item, or alternatively, click on Return to the list to view all the items displaying in your navigation menu. The next point we're going to cover is how to add an external link. An external link is great for when you want to link to a page that is not on your website, for example, an external blog or other website. To add an external link, we're going to do exactly the same process as for the placeholder. Click on the link Add a link to a URL, then on Link to a URL, and once again we need to give our nav item a title. Next, in the URL box, we want to add a link to the page that we want our visitors to be taken to, then click Save Nav Item. Just like before, you can either continue to edit that nav item by clicking Review and edit the nav item, or alternatively return to the list of all nav items by clicking the link below. Finally, we're going to talk about how to set up a drop-down menu. To set up a drop-down menu, go to My Websites, Customize Design, Navigation menu, and click on Nav Menu Style. Select the option Use Drop-Down Navigation with Slide Down Effect over 3000 milliseconds. In the drop-down, you can then choose whether the drop-down menu appears by sliding down or fading in. I'm going to choose Fade. In this bottom section, you can also choose whether your drop-down menu displays a downward chevron icon. This is of course personal preference, but it does hint to a visitor which items in your navigation menu are acting as a drop-down menu. Once you're happy with everything, click Save All. To find out more about how to get a page to display in your drop-down menu, check out our video explaining display order numbers. Remember to always view your website as a visitor to check that everything looks and is working as you expect it. You can do that by clicking on the blue link, View My Site as a Visitor.